Hello, welcome back to the vlog. Whew, it has been a minute, but the time has changed, the sun has come out, the temperature has warmed up, it is spring, and I'm feeling a little better. It's been chaotic. It was like, didn't feel good, and then had the pollen dropped, and when the pollen drops here, it's like a whole thing. And then we just had a lot of craziness going on, but things are mellowing out. So hey, hi, hello, welcome to my week, or at least my couple of days. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Becca. I'm a full-time teacher, and I have an online business where I sell teaching resources. And here we talk about all the things that we do when you have a full-time job and a business and a really full life, because you can't not do the things. And we're just trying to, you know, maybe not balance it all, but get as close as we can. So today is Monday, March the 23rd, and I just got home from school with the dog out and played with her for a little bit. And it's really not a good time to film because on Mondays I have choir, so I'm not gonna be home for long. But the plan for today is to take the dog on a quick walk. And then I think we have some leftovers we're gonna eat for lunch or for dinner, whatever that meal is that we're about to eat. I think if I can get the dishes done, I'll feel pretty content. Previous Becca would try to do all these things on Monday nights. Like I didn't have all this. I didn't only have like this much time. And current Becca is like, you know what? If I get a workout in, we're doing pretty well. Maybe do some Duolingo. Then we're doing like great. But I don't like try to stack all these things on. And then if I can read while I eat my dinner, then I'm like golden. So I'm gonna take Nella for a walk, I think, and then come back, eat some leftovers, do the dishes, maybe do some Duolingo, maybe read my book. I don't know, we'll find out. And then tomorrow we might have actual, like, you know, more interesting content because I will have to go. This dress that I'm wearing is a new one. It's from Shop the Mint, which has been my like recent obsession for the past year and a half-ish. I like it. I really like the color. Like, I love the print. It's so fun and springy. It's super lightweight. Has pockets. It has zero shape though, which is kind of nice because sometimes you just want that, like, you know, moo whatever. Today I just threw a belt on with it to give me a little bit of shape, but you know, it's just kind of flowy, which can be nice also. And then I wish the sleeves were a little bit longer, but it's fine. It wasn't expensive. So I will link that one down below. And I'm hoping I can find some, I need more spring dresses. I'm like good on summer dresses, and then I have a ton of dresses that are like tank tops, but I need like things with sleeves that I can wear. So I'm kind of on the hunt. I did get a package. It's not very exciting, but I'll show you. I need to open it anyway because I will need this for my walk. I typically wear like biker shorts when I walk around the neighborhood because that way my legs don't rub together. And I put mine on the other day and I had worn a hole all the way through them. So the old ones I never really liked, so I wasn't that mad about it. They were from J. Crew Factory, but these are from Amazon. These feel actually very much like Lululemon, which I think this brand is like a Lululemon dupe brand. So there's that. I did get the ones with the side pockets. I just got black. They're like 8-inch. They're nothing exciting or special, but I will need that momentarily when I go. I was gonna tell you something else. I don't know. If you were looking behind me though and you're like, Becca, what is going on back there? We have completely rearranged the house since the last time I talked to you, which is another reason why I haven't been vlogging, because I've been trying to like get things sorted. So my house is a mess, apologies. But previously in here we had the TV on this wall and like the couch and everything here, like looking at the TV. We wanted to take the focus away from the TV. 1, 2, get more seating for people during like gatherings because we often are the hosts. And 3, we wanted to watch TV less. So what we did is over there, instead we made it like a sitting room. So we have like the piano, and then right now we have our old couch and 2 chairs. We're going to be replacing those eventually, but not in the immediate future. And then over here is where the piano used to be, and we put the TV over here. And right now there's a love seat and a chair, but we actually just purchased a new love seat and a new chair. So the love seat will be here like next week, and so it'll be nice and new because this one's like a really cheap Amazon one. It's not very comfortable, which has helped me watch less TV, but it's not ideal. And then we got a chair. The chair's not coming for a while, but so those will be in here, and then the old couch and chairs will will be in there for a while until we replace those, which they have served us well. We've had them for like 7-8 years, something like that. It's been a minute, and they have been well loved by both of us and the dogs. So we are probably ready for a new set. You know, just they're getting sad. So that's what we're up to. This week I do have a lot of stuff on my list. I really am trying to like get things done and move forward. So we'll see what I get done this week. I don't know what I'll get on camera, but as far as this week goes, I have to do emails as per usual. I have to get videos scheduled as per usual. I also need to film some videos as per usual. And then I've got a product I'm working on, still working on that curriculum. It's so close to being done. So I'm really trying to push that one done. And then my children's book, I need to do like my cover letter because I'm going to start sending it to publishers next week. So from what I have researched, this is a really long process. Typically you send it to like a couple publishers at a time. They take 3 to 6 months to answer if they answer. So send like a few and then wait 3 to 6 months, I guess, and then send it to another few. So I'm gonna start my first batch next week when I'm on spring break. So I want to get things like kind of ready to go for that. So anyway, hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to the vlog and welcome to my week. Let's get started. I got these birdhouses and feeder last year and painted them over the summer and never got around to hanging them up. I finally hung them up. I don't think there's any residents in the houses, but this bird feeder has been a hit. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but we have a lot of them and I could always hear them, but we didn't have a lot in our yard. And since I got this thing, we have had visitors every time I look out here. So sometimes a lot. Also look at the leaves. They are growing. Happy spring. So let's fill her up. Hello, happy Tuesday. I am tired. I'm like, I don't think I'm actually that tired. I think what it is that the weather's really gunky today and it's just making me feel like bleh. It's like cloudy and gross and windy and chilly, which I don't love because this is what I wore and it was not enough. I didn't even grab a real jacket because I didn't think it was gonna be cold and I was incorrect. So that was not fabulous. But that's, you know, where we are. So yesterday we had choir. I did the things I told you I was gonna do. We did the walk, filled up the birdhouse, the bird feeder, which now it's been so windy that all the bird seed is on the ground. Well, all the bird seed that hasn't been eaten because a lot of it did get eaten already. But a lot of it's on the ground. So there's that. And then had choir, eat food, read my book, practice my French, all that good stuff. Today's Tuesday. School was fine. We had the high schoolers from Savannah Arts Academy, which is a school in our district. Actually, the school where I went to school, high school, came to perform for our 5th graders. So that was really fun because they came and, you know, just played lots of songs. It's their Triumph Music Honor Society. So they just basically all had some stuff prepared and then they just, you know, kind of rotated through each of them. And so that was really cool. They got to see like a variety of instruments and all that kind of stuff. And so that was really good. And yeah, so now we're home. I think I'm just ready for spring break. I'm just like, it's been 2 days and I'm like, I'm done. I'm ready to be done. I feel like that's been the vibe. But I also have a lot of stuff to do, which I think is making that worse. So I'm gonna go do a workout. Husband, I think, is gonna finish cutting the grass. If he does, I'll probably see if I can do some vacuuming. I've been trying, I usually do all my cleaning on Friday, so I'm trying to like do a little bit on like Tuesday or Wednesday and then the rest of it on Friday. And then I have stuff to do. So Tuesday has been my official YouTube scheduling day, which has been really helpful to just have an official day. And if I can't do it on Tuesday, I'll do it on Wednesday. It's fine. But having a plan at least, and then the backup plan of on Wednesday if we can't, has been really helpful. So throughout the week, I have my video editor, of course. And then there are some videos that I will edit, especially if there's like not really much going on. If I'm just talking like the coffee chats, I edit because I really don't edit them at all. And so I basically throw them up as is. And so throughout the week, I will listen, watch through videos that my video editor has sent back to me, or if there's something that I need to listen to for posting that I'm not going to edit really at all. And then on Tuesdays, whatever videos are ready, so this week is just one, I will download, I will upload it to YouTube, I will schedule it for whenever it's going to go out, and then I've been ripping the audio and putting it on the podcast, which is something I used to do. And like 2 years ago, I just got so like slammed and I was just like, I can't handle this, and I was just dropping everything. But I've had a lot of people who were like, I really liked the podcast, which is hilarious because it's literally just the audio from the YouTube videos. But they were like, I really like the podcast, like the format. I think it's just easier for some people. So I have been ripping the audio and putting it over there as well. And last week I started, or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. I started doing like a summary of my videos for my like how to do TPT stuff on my website, beccadavis.com or beccaedavis.com. I don't know. I'll link it down below. So I only have one so far, but I did like, made like a blog post with just a summary of the points that were in the video and the video in there. And then I put like 2 Pinterest pins on there. So the idea being that then I am able to have, you know, my content on the blog as well as on video. I've wanted to do a blog for that channel for a long time because I've had all this stuff and I believe in blogging even still, yes. But I just like, it didn't have enough time. And I was like, you know what would this look like if it were easy? I love, Ali Abdal on YouTube. He has a lot of like productivity videos. That's always what he says. What would this look like if this was easy? Actually, he says, what would this look like if it was fun? I was saying, what would this look like if it was easy? And so I was like, you know what? Video, here's the key point summary. If you don't want to watch, that's all we need to do. Because I had like all these things in my head about like how I was going to do everything. And I was like, you know what? We don't have to do all that, you know? So that's where we are. So anyway, I need to get the one video up today was my point. And just get everything like scheduled and ready to go because that has been helpful. And then I have a bunch of other things on my list that also need to get done today. So I'll work on as many of those things as I can. I try to get in like an hour to an hour and a half in the evening. And then I try to like, usually I sit here hour and a half. And then I try to like go read a book or go paint or like go do something that's not sitting here watching TV. So that's been the tentative schedule recently. So that's what we're up to today. It's really cold and gross and I just want to like curl up and go read a book right now, but I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna go do a workout instead. So let's go be a good person. Right. I can read later. Okay, I decided to compromise. Got on my spin bike and read my book. That way I got to read, but I still did my workout. Also, I find that one, doing like a spin, sometimes a walk too, but especially a spin, I just feel like it like resets my nervous system. And sometimes I start feeling like that, especially when I have a lot of stuff to do, and especially right now I'm like kind of like mentally pushing myself. I don't know that I'm actually pushing myself, but I just am kind of feeling things at the moment. And so I was like, you know what, let's see if we can chill out. So I'm gonna dust and vacuum and then go eat some food. I need to change also at some point. Whew. Okay, I made my really ridiculous think it's called a wearable blanket, because it's chilly outside and I figure I won't get that many more opportunities to wear it. But I got my workout in. The book I'm reading is really good. It's part of a series. So there was The Spark of the Everflame. I'm on book 2, which is The Glow of the Everflame, and I think I'm at like 80 something %, so I might be done like today or tomorrow. So I need to go download the 3rd book, which is a great example of giving away free things leading to people buying other things, because I got the first one on Prime Reading, which is free if you have Prime, on my Kindle, and then I had to immediately buy the second one, and immediately I'm gonna buy the 3rd one. So I've got that going, and then dusted and vacuumed, and maybe fixed the back door. The handle stopped working. I took it apart, thought I fixed it, put it back together. It didn't fix, and then I took it apart again, and then I think the second time worked out. So we'll see how long that lasts. But I'm gonna go, I think, play piano until it's time to make some dinner, and then got some computer work to do. And I was originally thinking of painting this evening, but I would like to, might take a bath instead, finish that book. We'll see. So I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 illustrations done for my picture book, which you're not supposed to do because you're supposed to wait until you get it submitted before you finish all the illustrations. The publishers only want to see like 2 pictures and then like sketches, but I'm just having such a good time that I just don't want to stop to look at the cutie. Oh, I think I'm gonna submit that one. I think this one. These are really cute. And we'll see how that goes. And then I've got one in progress. I need to do some more. I don't need to. I've got this giant painting I'm working on for the loft. It's like finally starting to look like something. Paintings in general, but especially big paintings, they look like absolutely nothing for the longest time. And so I just like walked in here and looked at it and was like, oh, that actually kind of looks like something intentional and not just a hot mess, which is what it has been looking at. It's still got a long way to go, but it at least looks like I've tried so far. So we've got that going for us. It's really all I want to do is like sit in this room all day long, but it does not pay the bills. So here we are, inviting my time. I've been having a freak out about time and teaching and all of that stuff, which I was due for because I've been fine for a while. I've been fine, but very much wanting to leave. Not because of my school. I love my school. I actually really like my school. And if I didn't have 18,000 things going on, I could be happy there for a long time. There's a teacher who's teaching there who's taught at that school for over 30 years. Like, I could totally be that person. But I have so many other things going on that I'm just like, ugh. I'm doing okay. I struggled a lot in the fall, which will be in one of the Burnout Diaries videos. I struggled a lot in the fall. I just went too long doing too much and not checking in with myself and realizing how bad I was feeling. But I made progress. And I've been doing better. So right now I'm just kind of in that like yuck stage, which always happens after you sign your contract, doesn't it? Like you sign your contract and then immediately it's like everything falls apart every single year. So that's where we are. I'm trying to talk myself into things and, you know, try to get my life situated so that I can leave. I was gonna say I don't want to leave. I do want to leave. I love my school. I do want to leave. But it won't be next year. So that's where we are, and I'm just trying to be okay with that. It's the time thing for me. I just want to be home. I just want to hang out in here. I just want to do my thing. I want to have time to do all the things that I want to do in a day. I did get a lot of stuff accomplished though so far today. So I'm gonna go piano, make some dinner, and then get some more things checked off the list, because that's at least something I can control. And hopefully, my whole big thing is just trying to like make progress towards the goals. That's what I want to do. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my gracious, I'm so tired. Happy Wednesday. Today, I helped chaperone the band field trip. So our band director, we are in elementary school. We are very lucky in that we actually have a band director. He's part-time at our school and part-time at a school down the road. And so he's like there in the morning and he comes to our school in the afternoon. So for this, it was his first field trip. He's new this year. And they, the Savannah Music Festival is this like huge festival that happens every year. And this year they invited some of the schools to come and perform during the music festival. So we got picked. He had to like apply and stuff. And so we did that. We actually took kids from both schools, which was interesting. And yeah, that was today. So it was like, it ended up only being 5 kids from the other school because most of them that were going to go, like that whole grade had a field trip all this week to someplace. So they ended up not being able to go. And then like 17 from our school. So that was good. It went really well. The kids played really well. I saw a dolphin, which was my bright spot because we were right on the river, and the river is the Savannah River, which goes out into the Atlantic, and it's like a huge port. And where we were is like in between the beach and the port. I mean, we were pretty far inland, but not so far that a dolphin couldn't come by. The kids didn't see it because it was while they were performing, which meant I got it on camera, so that was cool. You only saw like the dorsal fin, but I saw it like a couple of times, so that was really fun. I mean, obviously the best part was the kids playing, right? No, it was seeing the dolphin. But that took up like almost the whole day. I got back like right at my last class, but I had the sub taken in the classroom because I was like, I haven't even eaten and I just need a minute. So I am exhausted. I need to do something physical. It's raining, so we're not taking a walk. I'm either going to do yoga or I might do like a super quick spin on my bike. Those are kind of my options right now. And then I need to take a shower. I'm really tempted to take a bath, but it's hard to wash my hair in the bath. So I'll think that through and we shall see which route I go to. And then tonight I do need to do some work. I was thinking about just taking like a chill night, but I'm so close to like finishing my curriculum that I just really want to like have that extra little bit of time. And 2, on the way home, I was listening to a podcast, and on the podcast they were talking about like people who actually succeed in getting rich are people who actually like spend a ton of time doing the thing. And so that was the whole thought, was like being a little obsessive about it. And I was like, you know what? I probably should do it. So I will probably do something. Yesterday, I got quite a lot done. I got the video uploaded, got the podcast ready, got a blog post up on my blog, which again is just the key points of the video. So it's not that much typing. But I was happy to get something up. And then I went through my March. So I did all the lesson plans and all the slides, and then I did like my second round through them, found everything that was missing and like added things in, and I'm on my 3rd round of just like making sure everything is right. And I've found some typos, I've found some things. I'm the worst about that, so I'm glad that I'm taking that time. So I did March yesterday, so I need to do April today, and then I can do May tomorrow, and then the bulk of everything will be done. There's like a few videos I need to upload, a few this, that, or the other, but we're close. So that's really exciting. Anything else to report? Not really. I took a bath last night. Oh, I finished my book. So I read, let's see, did I tell you about it already? Probably. So I finished the 2nd book in the series. The first one was this one, The Spark of the Everflame. They all kind of look the same, so I'm not sure why I'm showing you this. And then the second one was The Glow of the Everflame here. And so I just barely cracked the cover of the 3rd one, which is The Heat of the Everflame. So this is a fantasy series where there are the mortals and the descendants. The descendants are descended from the gods, and so they have like magic and all these powers. And there's a lot of strife between the two, because the descendant are ruling, and they're really mean to the mortals. So the mortals don't like them, and they really don't like the mortals, and so there's just like a lot of tension. And the main character is on the mortal side of things, and I don't want to give everything away. So let's just say she ends up living with the mortals and learning more about them. She's always been, descendants. She's always very against the descendants. She ends up through a series of things, ends up spending a lot of time with the descendant and living with them. And we ended on a really big attack on the descendants from the mortals. So that's all I'm going to say. They're really good. They're really interesting. I want to know what happens. I do have a few little qualms with them. My first qualm is that she has a friendship that she needs to break off because this person is straight up using her, and she keeps like doing dumb things because she like wants to keep that friendship, and she does not need to. 2, there's a love arc in there, and it's very obviously supposed to be enemies to lovers, but I don't believe it. The enemies part, like, I don't believe it. Like, she'll be like, oh, he's gonna try to kill me. I'm like, he's not trying to kill you. He loves you, obviously. Like, can you not see this? I mean, I'm reading a book, so it's different for me. But, like, to me, it's so obvious that, like, he loves her so much. And so I'm like, why are you still, like, pretending that he's out to get you? And she's so gullible about things. Like, someone will say one little bad thing about him, and she's just, like, indignant. And I'm like, would you open your eyes? So I think she finally did open her eyes at the end of book 2. Hopefully she can keep together. So I just started book 3, like barely cracked it. But so far they're quite good. There's a little bit of language, so fair warning, but not tons. So that's good. Anyway, that's my spiel about that. I'm like dying to talk about it with somebody who's read them because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read them, but yeah. There we are. So anyway, let's move my body just a tiny bit, wash myself off. I knew I was going to feel disgusting after this field trip, which is why I did not wash my hair yesterday. I was like, I'm going to wait until tomorrow, Wednesday, to wash my hair because I knew I was going to feel gross being outside all day. It was actually really cold. I'm glad not cold, but it was chilly. I'm glad I wore like my fleece lined tights. They were so handy. It was super windy and we were on the river. But it was good. It was good. So, yeah, that's what we've been up to. Only 2 more days until spring break. So I just gotta make it through. 2 more days. We can do it. Move my body. Wash my hair. Do some work because we have to move forward. That's been my whole thing this year. My word of the year this year is progress, because that's what I feel like I've been missing the last couple of years. Is I just feel like I've been like spinning my wheels, like being in the same place and not actually making any real progress. And so that's one of my whole thing this year is like, how can I make progress? How can I move forward? How can I do those things? That's what I'm after. So no, all of a sudden I was like, oh no, was I supposed to film today? No, because I knew I was going to be exhausted. So tomorrow I shall film videos. Friday I shall film coffee chat. And then it will be spring break. Okay. Let's do this. Maybe we'll paint tonight. We didn't get to paint yesterday. Maybe we'll paint. I'm back. One thing I did, the last 2 days that I wanted to share a little bit about is like reviewing through budget things. I've been really crazy, I should say, about money lately because I'm just trying again to make progress. I'm trying to get like money into savings. I'm trying to just like, kind of get things in a nice stable place. And so because of that, I have been a little bit crazy. So I've been really careful about everything. So I'm going to erase some figures real quick and then I'll show you what I do. So this is my super fancy budget for the month. So I go through and I have like, I call it my ideal budget. And it's like, if the business makes this much, this is how we spend things. If the business makes this much, this is how we spend things. And I have like 3 tiers. And so essentially, like, as the business makes more, then it kind of adjusts where I put that money. And I always try to put money into savings. I always try to, like, you know, do those things. I have savings in the business, and I also have like personal savings, so that way I'm just trying to build my fortress a bit. But for my personal, like, after I've already paid the bills, I already gave money to the church, I already put things into savings, I did all those things, then whatever is spending money, I have this really fancy system for. Here's my really fancy system. On my phone, I have an Apple Note. It's not even a fancy app. It's an Apple Note. And this is what it looks like. I put the month, and then I write, there's 2 categories that I keep track of here, and then most of our stuff, like all of our bills, groceries, restaurants, like that kind of stuff, is in a separate Apple Note, also in an Apple Note, that I share with my husband. But this is like money that I get to spend on what I feel like spending it on. So this is my fancy system. I have miscellaneous, which is usually house stuff, but things that I like need but are maybe not fun. So like this month I need to buy contacts. That's not a fun thing. I don't want to spend my fun money on contacts. So that's why I split it up, so that mentally I'm like okay with spending money on boring things. So I have my miscellaneous, and then I have my fun money that just says me. And then I have a little chart, and I literally just write what I spent and then how much it was. And that's all. At the top here, I put like how much I have for the month right next to the title. And then underneath I have however much I have left. And so that one changes throughout the month. That way I can look back at other months and I can see how much I had versus how much I had left, so that I can kind of like adjust from there. I'm trying to find like the right number where I have like a little bit of spending money and I feel like I don't feel constrained and constricted, but also I'm not like blowing over the amount or anything like that. So trying to keep it as, I want it to be fun, but I also want it to, you know, not make me mad. So then I have 2 things down here. So I have things that I need to buy this month, which for me this month are contacts. I need new shoes because my shoe situation is sad. I feel like I've been wearing out my shoes. So I need to replace them. And then I really would like, I really want some new dresses for teaching specifically. And then under that, I have a section that says want. And these are like random things. So this is really what I want to share. When I think of something that I want to buy, I add it to the want list. Instead of like going and buying it immediately, I put it on the want list. And so that way I have these options, and I usually put how much it is next to it. And I have all these options that I can keep track of, and I copy and paste it month to month. And each month I'll look at it, and if there's something I don't want anymore, I'll take it off. Or if I bought it, I'll take it off. But that way I just have like, you know, kind of these are more like my priorities, the things I said I wanted to do. And so that way when I'm opening it up to see like how much money I have to spend, I can be like, oh yeah, but I need contacts. So like we need to do that. So, and then I'm trying to have money left over. And if I have money left over, then it gets put in the vacation fund, because that is a good way to incentivize myself to have money left over is for vacation. Because when I try to be like, oh, I'm going to have money left over to put in the emergency fund, like that's no fun. And then I don't want to do that. But if I'm like, ooh, I could spend this $10 or I could put in the vacation fund, it's actually incentive for me to save money. So that's what we're up to here. That probably didn't help it. I sometimes get people that are like, can we talk about budgeting stuff? And I have been working on that for the last like 2 years, really trying to like get myself a good system, get things situated. So I just wanted to share it in case that was helpful. And also, it doesn't have to be fancy. You know, there's all these like fancy budgeting apps. You can use those. You just use an Apple Note. It's fine. So there we go. Hello, happy Thursday. I was given a gift today. One of my classes just didn't show up. And so they had like swapped 2 of the classes. So my 4th graders were supposed to come at a different time, and then they just didn't come. And it was really, really nice because I really needed that extra time. So I got a few things done at school, which was lovely. Got some stuff done at home this morning, working on oh, I guess I didn't get that much done. Working on prepping videos, and then on a product that I'm working on. So just a little bit of stuff, but every little bit helps. Yesterday though, I finished reviewing April and May for my curriculum, which is great. So now I need to like see what I'm still missing, see what I still want to add to the curriculum, and get that kind of sorted, which takes a lot of brain space. There's like some things I can do like sitting in front of the TV, you know, and then there's some things I can do in the morning. Like there's some things I need sound. There's just so many like qualifications for like what I need to do. So like that's something I need to like sit down and like have quiet and like think about to like just get things sorted. But we're so close. So that's good. I'm really trying. I was gonna say I'm really trying to get it uploaded by the end of March, but it's the 26th, so that might not happen. Anyway, right now we're gonna go film. So I'm gonna go touch up my makeup, touch up my hair, find somewhere to film because my office is a disaster, and then I'm gonna film my videos, and then we'll talk about it because husband's been coming home earlier for like, listen, for years. He came home super late, which is a big reason how I was able to build this business. And he's been coming home like earlier and earlier and earlier. And so now he's like coming home really on time when he should have been coming home the whole time. So I'm not complaining about it. I'm very happy that he is actually coming home at a reliable time and earlier so that we actually like get to spend some time together. However, it means that when I'm trying to film, it's easiest to do when there's no one in the house, and so I am a little bit rushed. But so I've been trying to pick a day that, like, if there's a day he's not gonna be home, that's the day I pick. But it just didn't work out this week, so we're gonna rush, and then you and I will talk. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about videos since I talked a little bit about them earlier. My strategy has definitely changed over the years. Right now, what I'm doing, I have 3 YouTube channels, but I only have 2. I have the music one, and then I have the one where we talk about TPT seller tips. And those are the ones that I spend the most time on. This is just kind of like a free-for-all. And so what I do with those is I plan every week to film 1 day a week, usually filming 2 videos. If I can do 3, that's like super awesome. But if I can do 2 videos, that's great. Because then if I do that, and then I swap. So like 1 week I do, like last week I did, or it was actually 2 weeks ago. Last time I did like TPT stuff, and today I did music stuff. The reason it was 2 weeks ago is last week was just a crazy week with a concert and all sorts of stuff. So it just didn't happen. So I plan to do it every week. If I do that every week, then I would hypothetically be getting 4 videos out for my music class and 4 videos out for my TPT seller one. I only post 2 a month. So so honestly, I only have to film twice a week or twice a month. And if I can film twice a month, like I hit my quota and we're good. But I try to do it every week. That way, when I have weeks like last week when they were really busy and I didn't get to do it, I'm like able to just pick it up this week instead of like I'm not behind, essentially is what I mean. Like if I was only planning to film twice a month. I hope that made sense. Now, as far as like everything else, I come home, I usually will prep whatever I'm going to talk about in the morning, and I just have a really fancy notebook for that. And so I just like make a little mind map, or I will write, usually I have a sticky note that has like the next up videos, and then I'll make a mind map of whatever I'm going to talk about. Or like one of the ones was a blog post that I just needed to like basically read, or, you know, act out. And so I put that on and just wrote blog next to it. And then I wrote the other ones that I wanted to do. And so that just kind of gives you a thing. That way, when I get home, I'm like ready to go. All I got to do is find somewhere that looks reasonably clean to film and start talking. And that has helped a lot. Then tonight, hopefully tonight, I will upload the footage to my video editor. He'll work on them. He usually gets them back in like a week or 2. But since I only have 2 a month, as long as I'm not super behind, I'm usually good. And then I just kind of like listen. I will review them throughout the week whenever I get a chance. And then I have that Tuesday nights that I try to like post them. And when I post them, it's things I've already reviewed. I'm just getting them onto YouTube. So it's kind of a lot. Well, first of all, because I have 2 YouTube channels because I'm a crazy person. I have 3 YouTube channels. I'm a crazy person. I just can't stop. And then I don't know what to like stop doing. So that's the problem now. And that's pretty much it. So it's not too difficult. Most of my music room ones are based on blog posts. Some of them I will do opposite. So like one was, I was like essentially reading a blog post. The other one I did not have a blog post for, so I was like talking it, and then I will probably turn it into a blog post later. So I kind of go both ways, at least at the moment. And yeah, so this notebook, I originally had this whole plan. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have like my content calendar. And then I have this whole thing where I was like writing down all the video ideas, and I was gonna check off when I filmed them, when they were ready, and when I posted them. And I don't do that at all. The only things I actually use here are, as it's empty, my ideas list, and then my outlines of just literal like mess. And that has been the system that works for me. I used to be someone who like planned it all really tightly in advance, and that's not a thing that happens anymore. So now I just film the next 2 videos. Whenever they get up, I will post them. And then if I have something like one of the videos I might want to switch in front of the next music one I have going up, I can swap that after it's uploaded. But I basically don't put it on the content calendar until it's done. So is that the best thing to do? No. Do I do it anyway? Yes, because you know, there's the right way to do things, and then there's the realistic way to do things. And when you work all week, you got to go with the realistic way to do things. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about your time. And they were like, well, yeah, you know, by the time you sleep and like eat and make food and stuff, you essentially have 100 hours left in your week. And if you're working, that takes up, you know, 40 to 50 of those, you know, because I'm like at school clocked in for at least 40, plus getting there, getting home, getting dressed, like all that stuff. It ends up being more like 50 to 55 a week. And then it's like literally everything else has to fit in the rest of that time. And it's not that much time. And that was really eye-opening for me to be like, oh my gosh, when I feel like I don't have time, I'm not crazy. Now, can I do things to help? Yes. Can I work while I'm sitting on the couch? Yes. Can I make sure I'm doing, you know, XYZ and getting things ready? Yes. There's only so much I can do. So I'm going to leave you with that one. I'm going to go change, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.